The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's George. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's George. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
Eddie George.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The 23-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Bengals nothing.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On first and 10, it's Jackson. This is caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Well, here comes the Browns offense again, Charles, and this gives us an opportunity to talk about the fact that they are 3-1 for the first time since 2001, and week 4 that offense was humming. They hung 49 against Dallas. Good thing, because the defense couldn't stop Dallas. 49-38 was the final. But Charles, the Browns have been 1-18 in their last 19 October games prior to that win in Dallas. So this season's starting to feel a little bit different.
Break up the Browns, brother. Break up the Browns. And look, I saw them opening day, right? The first game at Baltimore. They got beat 38-6. And many people were saying, okay, same old Browns. I said it that day, and I believed it, that this Browns team, under new management, their head coach Kevin Stefanski, would be better the second half of the season. Well, they proved me wrong. They've gotten better right in the first part of the season. And how about Odell Beckham Jr.? Success against the Cowboys during his days with the Giants was dynamite. Wearing a Browns uniform, 2 touchdown catches, another 50-yard run on a reverse. He's starting to break out. This team's really starting to come together. Only downside, running back Nick Chubb got hurt in the game. He's going to go on IR for a while, but they expect him back later this season. So this team looked bad week 1. They've looked terrific ever since. Now they're home for a big game against Indianapolis, and then 2 division games, Brandon, at Pittsburgh, at Cincinnati. They should be a factor in the race.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Browns.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 5 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. first half in the book. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Michael Dixon
set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Room to run at the 50. Tyler Lockett. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Lockett. Touchdown.
And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On the return, here's Hall. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this in intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
We'll see how that recipe works. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Jenkins on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
To throw on 2nd down. Gannon. And that one complete to Clayton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable when you think about it. If we were talking soccer, we'd be talking relegation, wouldn't we? Right? Would this division even exist next year? But there is potential there. The Eagles came alive with a big win on Sunday Night Football, beating San Francisco in San Francisco. Washington, they're trying to hang in there. Dwayne Haskins has to play better. Dallas should be the team. They've got to fix their defense. And the Giants, they may be 0-4. They're going to fight hard, but I don't think they're contenders in this division.
On 2nd down now, it's George. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
He was tackled at the...
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got this down to the 35. The gain of 19 and picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's the end.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And down inside the 15 he goes. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll keep it on the ground. George. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's a run now with Kittle. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle taking it in. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now it's Jackson, and it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They find some open field here. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter.